Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Araine TJ back again with another episode of Just a Thought, and today I got a few stories for you. First of all, we got your girl Bella Hadid nude at a fashion show. Then we got the future of remote employment, right? And for those of you listening on Instagram or Facebook, I know it's been a while since I've posted anything here, and there were a few reasons for that. Ever since Instagram or Facebook acquired Instagram, the IGTV app started giving a lot of problems, and it became very difficult for me to upload videos here on IG. And because of that, I was a little deterred. And then I qualified for paid events on Facebook. My videos were doing well enough, but for some reason, every time I tried to schedule, a paid video or something where I could like do a online teaching course on how to draw or something, it wouldn't work out. Facebook had a lot of errors, still has errors on its paid event page. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if there's just something wrong on their end. And then there was that point in my life where I was just working really hard while I was living in Philadelphia, working at UPS at the airport, right? And I was doing like 10, 13 hours a day, and I was just stressed out. So I started to slow down my content creating. I started to focus on just me, and I put my videos out solely on YouTube because I'm growing a few YouTube channels, and I'm closer to being actually monetized there than anywhere else, right? So I was trying to focus on that. And I don't really want to get too distracted or talk too much about me. But for those of you on the podcast listening to us today, thank you for tuning in. Everything that I'm talking about today, it's nothing new. It's just the visual presentation. I don't really have much to present today, so I just doing a quick video for you on my phone, a quick thought, right? So first we're going to talk about your girl Bella, who actually when I first saw this, I thought she was nude on the runway, right? That's how she came out, covering her bust line and in nude underwear. And then a few scientists came out. They're actually fashion scientists. About two, three of them came out and started spraying her with what I originally thought was spray paint, but afterwards learned that it's a combination of synthetic fabric and polymer mixed solution, something that these scientists made with the creators of the coperni fashion show, right, out in France, Vogue. This is what's going on, right? It's a Vogue thing, fashion show. I'm not really all big into all of that, but she was there at the show. The scientists came out and they're spraying her with this thing, and it ended up drying and turning instantly into a dress, a spray on dress. How cool is that, right? Would you get yourself one of these? Because check it, as they spray it on, the polymer mix quickly dries as it comes in contact with human body. I guess the body heat or something dries it, but for some reason, the way how they made it, it doesn't like stick to your skin, right? Or perhaps you have to prepare your skin with some sort of lubricant. I don't know. But within moments, it's a dress. A well fitted, custom made dress tailored just for you. Pretty incredible. It was revealed not too long ago, actually, probably less than 30 hours ago. And I think it's going to be game changing. The creators of it say they don't see themselves making money from it, but I believe they can. Because if you look at the reusability of it, they themselves say after taking off this dress, which you probably would have to use a scissors to do, or maybe, with a little force and just rip it apart, you can then reuse the solution. You can turn the dress back into its solution, which can be reused at a later date to create maybe another fabric, another piece of garment sprayed on right there on spot, right? Now look at all the futuristic implementations of such fabric, such future in fashion. This could probably even lead on, could probably even spiral into other spray on fabric like applications, right? Let's say bandages. I know there are other bandages and waterproof and liquid bandages and all of that, but imagine a different type, a thicker type of bandage that you could spray on, right? And within moments it dries and becomes like an actual bandage wrap that you can pull even tighter to a wound. There are applications for this that could come that we never even thought about. What about like some sort of spray on head garment, right? I don't know. But check it out. Let me know what you think about this. Would you wear something like this? Would you be as bold as Bella to walk out in front of so many people nude and have someone spray on a new design on you? What if they were what are there skin reactions to this? I don't know. They probably did a lot of research. Of course, there's a lot of money in France and fashion, so they probably took their time. They said that they've been working on this for over a year, so enough research probably went into it. Will it hit the consumer market? I don't know. Like I originally said, I don't know how the fashion world really works. I would kind of love to. So I probably should dive into this a little deeper. But you could read up everything that I have here that I presented to you just now, or you could look it up on Google yourself, right? And you could comment down below. Let me know what you think about that, right? Now, story number two, the future of remote employment. My mother and I were talking about what could possibly come of this. And when you think about it, it's like this, right? Today, we're hiring people to stay at home, and we're talking about what if it becomes a sort of outsourced thing where companies in the future argue the fact that since the individual is staying at home, their expenses are less, and therefore they don't need to be paid as much, right? So now, if you want to work remotely, maybe your salary would be less than the person who takes the exact same position and title but drives into work and is physically there. And if they do that, maybe companies can see the benefit of such movements, right? And instead of renting a big building that could hold 100 people, they rent a smaller building. Initially, off the top, they're already saying we are not going to hire a bunch of people to come in. We're going to probably focus our employment on outsourcing to remote workers, right? And if they do that, what if it becomes a kind of thing where, all right, let's hire 5 people who will come in and 25 people who would stay home? Now, the company will end up saving money in training people, employment, um, well, the employment for trainers, and the cost of training people to become future employees, right? Then the infrastructure, the space of the building, rent, light, all of that is proportional to the amount of employees you have, right? Like the all the bills, the expenses that the office would have to pay, the water bill, the light bill, the taxes. Like whoever owns the company has to pay taxes on how many employees they have for all these different benefits, health benefits, retirements, plans, and all of that, right? So the company will save a lot more money if they're looking at hiring people who work remotely. So what do you think of that? Like in the sense where, yeah, some people might think that's cool, where all right, we could work from home, but there are also dangers in that, right? There are dangers like isolation, security risks, because people's Wi-Fi at home, your Wi-Fi connection or internet connection or provider may not be as secure as it would be in the office, right? So that could leak your own as well as company data. There is the fact that you, the individual at home, will have to upgrade whatever router or modem it is that you have in your home, because ever since the pandemic, Wi-Fi providers had to up their game. People being home more often, these devices, the Wi-Fi router that you have in your home, they've been upgraded in their abilities in order to push signals further and to handle more bandwidth and more uses ever since people have been working more and more and more from home. There's also the risk of phishing and scams through emails, because your employees, what are they watching at home? What other sites are they going at where their emails are being leaked? And then they click on something that may be sent to them. You never know. A keylogger might be sent to them. Now someone has the password to their computer, and then boom, has the password to their office. Because if they're working at home, who's to say that they're going to use the computer laptop every single time, right? They might just email something to themselves because it's much easier if you're at home. So those are some of the things that we were talking about, my mother and I. And I'd like to know what you guys think about that, right? There's also the other aspect where people do benefit from this. People really do benefit from the ability to work right in their home. Um, I have a friend who conducts a lot of entrepreneurship type meetings, meeting people here, there, and everywhere. And the only way he's able to do it is because he has a remote job. As long as he gets his job done, it doesn't matter where he physically is. So he will ride or drive from one friend to the next, have a meeting, discuss future plans, and then go in a room somewhere and get his job done for a few hours. Take a break, ride somewhere else, or on his lunch or something, ride somewhere else, drive home, whatever. And you can't do that with the traditional job. So there's a division. What do you think the future holds for us in the remote employment space? And will you wear a spray on dress, spray on shirt, or any kind of spray on fabric? And once again, do you have the cojones to stand in front of a group of people nude and let someone spray that fabric onto you? I'm not sure if I do, but kudos to your girl Bella Hadid, and shout out to my mom for today's topic. Bye everyone. Thank you and have a great day.